In a small town surrounded by hills lived a young man named Lev. He was 21, and unlike others around him, he dreamed of becoming an athlete. Every morning he helped his father at the mill, and every evening he trained alone on dusty paths. People said, "Dreams don't feed you." But his heart burned with purpose. One morning, he packed a small bag, put on his worn-out shoes, and left for the capital. He had almost nothing, just a vision. The city greeted him with cold, rain, and indifference. He slept at the train station, ran in public parks, worked wherever he could. Still, he didn't stop. Lev went to a famous sports school to ask for a chance. The coach looked him over and said, "You're not fit. Go home." Lev said nothing. He returned the next day, and the next, for 8 days straight. On the 9th day, the coach sighed and said, "Fine. 1 week. Show me you're not wasting my time." A week turned into a month into a year. Lev trained every day, pushing through pain, fatigue, and failure. He wasn't the fastest or strongest, but he never quit. He wasn't chasing medals. He was chasing belief. Eventually, he qualified for his first competition and finished second. No one in the crowd knew what he'd been through: nights in the cold, hunger, torn shoes. But as he stood on the podium, he smiled. That moment wasn't about beating others. It was about beating the odds. He started to get noticed. More competitions, bigger races. Sometimes he won, sometimes he lost, but he always came back stronger. People began to ask, where did this guy come from? And he would reply, from a place where no one believed I could, except me. One day, Lev was invited to an international tournament. The stadium roared with thousands of people. He stood in his lane, heart pounding, wearing the same old patched-up shoes. The gun fired. He ran. On the final stretch, he was in second place. And then, he remembered his coach's words. "Your strength isn't in your legs, it's in your heart." He surged forward with everything he had, and crossed the finish line first. It wasn't just a victory. It was proof that where you start doesn't matter. What matters is how far you're willing to go, when no one else believes in you. After the race, a reporter asked, "What kept you going?" Lev said, "I chose to live fully while my heart still beats. I never once regretted that choice." Now, Lev trains young people who have no resources, no support, only dreams. He reminds them, the greatest champions aren't always the most talented, but the ones who rise in silence and never stop moving forward.